welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel state of North Carolina, where the spirit of the late Sam Mills lives on with the pounding of the drum as we're ready for football at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Houston Texans and the Carolina Panthers. On the Texans sideline, head coach D'Amico Ryan. His guys put together a solid opening month, 3 wins against just 1 defeat. His counterpart on the other side, the Panthers' Dave Canales. His team fell on the road last week trying to turn things around in front of the home folks here. So glad to have you with us. Mike Tirico next to Greg Olsen here in the booth. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
Well, I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards. If I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns and a loss. Biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 2. Kirk is the motion man. Here's a first carry for their running back. And this will be a Texans first down. He gets this up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. And the Texans first down. An 8-yard pickup. And the Texans first down.
On play action, it's Watson. Left side into the hands of Hopkins. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Watson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
The slot man in motion right. That one not disguised too well. He'll get back to the line. That's it. 3rd and 5.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, here's Watson. To the right side here, pass is caught. They'll get 19 out of that play. It's good for a Texans first down.
19 yards. That's another Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught.
And he's in! Touchdown, Texans. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Makes the score Texans 7, Panthers
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Scott now on the return. The Panthers is now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
If there was one thing, Mike, that I thought was really evident walking out of our meeting with him earlier in the week was just how much he shouldered the blame for last week's loss. He said those 2 interceptions I threw, those are just inexcusable. He didn't want to talk about the touchdown passes and all the good that he did. And while I think that's certainly commendable, there was a lot of other bad stuff going on in that field too. So I think there's a lot of things they can clean up, and if they do, I think they got a great shot in this one.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A run here with McCaffrey. And he'll manage to break a tackle, get this forward for a couple. And 2nd down. Back to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. That'll be taken in by Moore. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Out of the gun. They'll give it to McCaffrey. And he dances away from one defender on his way. Gain of 7. From the 25, here's 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
He'll look to throw. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Catch is made by Wright. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
He'll drop to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they continue to churn out 1st downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
Panthers 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal.
At the 7.
They'll look to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. 3rd and goal.
88. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Ties the game at 7.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. The return starts from the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Texans offense ready now for their second drive. Greg, I love the evolution of the NFL. Every 3-4 years feels like things change a little bit. Right now it feels like we're in a running back, running game era. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely, and the league has such a funny way of continuing to reinvent itself. Years ago, 15, 20 years ago, Mike, this was a running back-led league. It was play action. Quarterbacks were under center. And then what offenses realized was the best way to score points is to generate explosive plays, get a bunch of yardage all at one time, because it's very hard to sustain possessions in the NFL. So as a result, they said, okay, what's the best way to generate big plays? It's to throw the ball downfield. So it became a very pass-heavy league, and then now defenses had to answer. The days of the big defensive tackles, the 260-pound Mike linebackers, everyone now on the field had to be able to defend space and defend the pass, and there was a lot more air on the field created by the defenses. So now, as a result, the offenses are saying, okay, we're throwing into all these bad looks, all these teams playing dime and multiple defensive backs. We're now going to take advantage of smaller bodies on the field, and we're going to run the ball at you. So the way I like to classify it is, offenses aren't running the ball more because they want to. Offenses are running the ball more because defenses are encouraging them to do that and saying, I dare you to run the ball 40 times this game and generate enough big plays to score enough points to beat me.
Panthers football to begin this set. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Texans have it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. Have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Defense.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They try the right side this time. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So incomplete pass.
Timing and anticipation, those are the critical elements anytime you're throwing a ball outside of the numbers. If the quarterback waits too long, Mike, that receiver just gets closer and closer to the sideline and just makes what should have been a much easier throw and catch an incomplete pass.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. Here we go on 4th. Watson. That is caught to the goal line and in. Terrence Ferguson. Touchdown, Houston. That is 1st touchdown this year.
Great job here on 4th and goal. The most difficult play to defend, Mike, is scramble pass. There's teams out there that create these exact opportunities because of the stress it puts on coverage. That's why it's so critical for these defenses to keep the quarterback in the pocket, because when you don't, It is so hard to latch onto these receivers for that amount of time.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Scott now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. There's Dave Canales, the Carolina head coach. His Panthers heading back onto the field. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man down the field. It's Ferguson. That'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. A big play for the Panthers. 33 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now, faking the give. Samuel has it working in the middle. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Gain of 14 yards.
Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's McCaffrey. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Now here's a keeper on his own read. And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Touchdown, Carolina. That is 2nd touchdown tonight. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Texans offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 28-yard line.
Out of the gun, Watson. This pass is caught by Thomas. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and 2, and it's Watson. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a first down.
And the Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Watson. He was looking for Terrence Ferguson, the tight end. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Here's a toss, right side. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to sneak it here. And it looks Looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on third down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now a toss play, running left. Room to run at the 35. And he'll be out of bounds, down at the 20.
A gain of 26 yards. That's another Texans.
Now first down throw for Watson. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Watson. That is caught. It is Hopkins. And the left first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
First down. First and goal, Houston.
Here's a run. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Push back to the 11-yard line for second and goal. Back to throw is Watson. He's got it at the 3.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Trying to fight any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down. They snap it to Watson. And this will pay off. It is caught. Touchdown, Texans. First touchdown of the game for the man who leads the NFL in TD grabs.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Here comes a return from the 3. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
They'll work now on second and 4. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Throw downfield and hauled in by Samuel. And he will go all the way. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Panthers. That is second TD catch of the season. Myers now to add the PAT. It's up and good. And the Panthers will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And it will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Texans offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. You try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Watson. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Watson. Open man, left side. He's got it. That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line. The Panthers will take their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. Again, it's Watson. Quickly out wide, he'll get it to Hopkins. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Watson to throw again. They'll look to set up the screen here. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop them for no gain.
The Panthers, they're going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. They'll try and run for it, and he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. Well, he shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. He'll step up and run this. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Looking to Samuel on the outlet. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. The first month of the season has come and gone. Some early surprises, some early disappointments as well. Let's get into it. Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin right here in the Sunshine State. It's the Bucs at home to take on the Green Bay Packers. And this is the Packers quarterback, one of his 3 touchdown passes on the night. The Packers come away with a victory. They win by 6. Next up, it's Santa Clara, California. Let's look in on the Niners as they host the Tennessee Titans. And this is the Titans wideout. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. He'll take it 65 yards to the end zone. One more to bring you now. Let's go to Vegas, shall we? The Raiders hosting the LA Chargers. And this is not exactly a thing of beauty, but it'll do the job. Well done here. It's a touchdown. The Raiders get it done within the division as they come away with the victory. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, we expected a tight one, and we got it, all even at the break. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. There's Dave Canales, the Carolina head coach, his Panthers, heading back onto the field. This one tight throughout, all level at 21, as they'll search for a go-ahead score. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This is intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy, so if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. Or rather, we go interception to begin the second half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this second half.
The Texans offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll start in outstanding field position, looking for a way to break our tie. On first down, it's Watson. This is caught at 2. And he'll be forced out of bounds.
28 yards. And the Texans first down.
Watson to throw. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Houston. It's his third touchdown catch this year. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
The kick is good. Makes the score Texans 28, Panthers 21.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Scott now on the return. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to take over once again. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And he's out of bounds inside the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And he's in. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Carolina. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get it underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Texans offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. A play fake. Now Watson to throw. Ooh. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. So from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he is tough to bring down. Finally, the defense gets him on the ground. It'll be no gain on that play.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and
Going to put a man in motion to the right. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to 3rd. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
3rd and long for Watson. To the right side here, pass is caught, and he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Texans set to punt this one away. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. The Panthers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. 3rd and long.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Now they'll set up to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Hunting time for the Panthers. Set to kick this one away. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Texans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Watson escaping to his left. He's going to keep it himself. They'll pick up 23 on that one. 1st down for Houston.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Texans 1st down.
This This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw is Watson. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. A throw on the move is caught. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up
Watson now on 3rd down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
That's another Texans first down.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the Panthers' 16-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Here's Watson. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing on 3rd down. Watson taking off. And he will score. Touchdown, Texans. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Panthers 28.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Scott now on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Panthers offense headed back to take over once more. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. Into the secondary, past the 40. Inside the 20. And he will dive into the end zone. 74 yards. Touchdown, Carolina. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Both these offenses have been informal. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this 3rd quarter, and it's 1st and 10. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw is Watson. He'll try to set up the screen here, and he's going to lose yardage here That's the way they'll switch ends as this third quarter has come to an end. The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. Shotgun snap to Watson. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10.
And the Texans first down.
Play action. Watson. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big one here in the fourth quarter. 52 yards.
And the 11-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this just shows how special he can be.
A loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the 13-yard line.
On second down, here's Watson. Oh, a loose football. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
From the gun, here on third down, Watson. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to take the lead here in the fourth. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Panthers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll do so with first and 10. Now, faking the give, looking to Samuel on the out route. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
At the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second.
They'll look to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. He'll drop the throw. To the left side, into the hands of Moore.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So, from the 39, they come up on first and 10. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. A big hole. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. That is second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
It's the score: Panthers 42, Texans 38.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. He fields it at the 8. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Texans offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 36-yard
Up the middle they go. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
It's a gain of 31 yards.
They'll stay on the ground. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take him down for a loss.
To throw on 2nd down is Watson. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
A gain of 11. Makes it 3rd and 1.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. Going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they'll go with their fullback. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call, but great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
The Panthers offense and their running back set to go once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. On the give, it's McCaffrey. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They'll go back to McCaffrey on 1st down. This time they're ready for him. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40.
And it's just the last thing you can afford to do, especially in this situation. Like, there's just no need to force the ball. You're playing with a lead. It's late in the game, and I know he's got a lot of confidence in his arm, and he thinks he can get away with it, but that decision, it proves to be costly.
The Texans offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, here's Watson. He takes off. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing is Watson. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Texans.
They'll drop to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Here's Watson now on second down. This one caught at the floor. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. Scott now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He gets this one to Moore. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 40.
He'll look to throw. Short throw caught by Ferguson. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
10 yards. That's another Panthers first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Here's second down.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Now they spike it here. That stops the clock with 55 seconds to go. On third down, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Back to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he's going to have a Panthers first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving. And then some. They look underneath here for McCaffrey. The Panthers burn their 3rd and final timeout. They stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
At the 7-yard line.
This one is on target, and it is good. They have tied things up here in the final minute.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool. He's calm. He steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
They'll run here. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. Second down coming up.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of a yard.
So, overtime coming up. Quick reminder of the rules. Each team guaranteed 1 possession. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of